And definitely they were champions once again yesterday. Real Madrid showed us why they are definitely champions of Europe. A very warm welcome to you, sport lovers across the globe. Welcome to Mega Sports on Omega 101.7 FM radio. Your own radio. Quickly look at our top stories this sporting. Thursday morning, Tyson Fury comes out of retirement. Daniel Medvedev loses to Kyrgios at Toronto Masters 1000. Quara Stadium undergoes renovation ahead of CAF Confederations Cup encounter. Karim Benzema on target as Real Madrid win UEFA Super Cup yesterday, and Chelsea are set to raid Barcelona's camp in pursuit for players. Well, I am now asking you to join us as we'll be going 360 degrees around the world of sports this morning, talking every sports from tennis up until basketball to boxing, up until the very, very golden sport of football. I'm not alone in the building this sporting Thursday morning. I have Benjamin and I have Oscar with me. Oscar, quickly, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Mona. Good morning, Benjamin. It's nice to be here for another episode of the Mega Sports on Omega 101.7 FM, my radio, your radio.
Oh, quickly. Benjamin, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Muna. Good morning, Oscar. And good morning, listeners. Welcome to Mega Sports on Omega 101.7 FM. My radio, your radio. It's a sunny, rainy morning, Muna. I hope you are feeling well.
Oh, definitely, I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling very, very much okay. Quickly, let us begin the show this morning. We'll begin in the camp of boxing. Now, talking about boxing this morning, we are talking about the very talented man, the heavyweight title, the one and only Tyson Fury this morning. Tyson Fury is in the news because as it stands now, Tyson Fury has come out of retirement and he has come out to say that he wants to be the first man who will be able to win 2 trilogy fights after making sure that he will do that and still see if he will become the undisputed heavyweight title in the history of boxing. Now he has announced that he will return to take on Derek Chisora, who they will be having their trilogy very soon. And there are speculations saying that this encounter is going to be in the month of December, as Tyson Fury has already made sure that he has sent a particular document saying that you will have to sign these documents for us to have our trilogy encounter. Now, in the words of Tyson Fury this morning, he says that his trainer for this encounter is going to be Isaac Lowy, who has been with him when he was he was able to see out all his journey before announcing his short-term retirement. He has said that Isaac Glory is going to be the one to be his trainer because he has been there with him right from the onset. So quickly, Oscar, now this morning, Tyson Fury coming out of retirement saying that he wants to be that first man to make sure that he will win 2 trilogy fights and still be a champion and be heading into being an undisputed heavyweight title match with the winner between Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua. Now, looking at statistics this morning, Tyson Fury was able to win Chisora when he was only 22 years old. Chisora was 27 years old. Both these men were on a record of 14 fights. They had 0 losses, but Tyson Fury was able to win him in the year 2011, 23rd of July. And in the year 2014, he was able to have round 2. Part 2 came about, and Tyson Fury was still able to come out victorious. So what are we to expect from part 3 that might come up in December, Oscar?
Well, it's always nice having a legend, come out of retirement to come and, fight again. But I hope that I hope this match is going to be free. Because, yeah, he was running his mouth about fighting either Usyk or Anthony Joshua,
yes,
and he wants to do it for free. That money
definitely
is no longer
this game can't be free.
He said money is no longer his motivation. So I believe that coming out now, he's going to take this fight on free of charge and free to air, like he said about Anthony Joshua.
Yes.
But the fight with Chisora, I think it's one that we expect. I've always thought that Tyson Fury retired very, very early. He's just 33 years old and he still has a lot in his tanks to go. So I think he will beat Chisora if they end up taking on this trilogy. And I think he still wants to fight the winner of.
Yes, he will still fight.
So I think he can still do it. He's not really that old or out of shape or out of form. So I think if Tyson Fury, whatever he sets his mind to, he accomplishes it.
Well, quickly, Benjamin Chisora has not been able to win Tyson Fury in their 2 encounters. It's not like as if he has won one or he has been able to win both of them. He has won none. Now, entering this trilogy, knowing that you are the clearest underdog in this encounter, what will be running through the minds of Chisora, knowing how to stop Tyson Fury? Because we know, as far as Tyson Fury is concerned, he is the greatest boxer as at this generation, if you ask him.
Yeah, see, obviously, Muna, you are right by saying that Tyson Fury is the best boxer. In fact, he's a boxer that is filled with confidence. He has the courage, he has the charisma, he has the strength, everything, creativity, the intelligence when it comes to the boxing in the ring. If I were to be Chisora right now, what I'll be thinking is, what? Come on, this man has won me twice. I can't allow it to happen the third time. I have the fans to prove that I have what it takes to stop Tyson Fury. I have my well wishers. I have those who look up to me, the upcoming boxers who look up to me to beat this man, to stop this man. But it's going to be a difficult one, Muna, I must confess. It's going to be a difficult one because once I Tyson Fury, when it comes to the heavyweight champion, he's one boxer that has this punch. His punch is very, very tough. In fact, when it comes to after Anthony Joshua, I always take Tyson Fury as the best pound for pound fighter. He has that strength, so it's going to be.
What would now happen to Usyk?
Well, Usyk, I don't know. I'm a boxer. I don't really admire Usyk because I just feel that he just have the muscle. He does not really have that confidence when it comes to the ring. He does not have that creativity.
Oscar will be using his wicked eye to look at you and be like, "What did this man say?"
I know. Oscar is a fan of Usyk. He has always been a fan, but I know he will not agree with me on this. But coming to the match between Tyson Fury and Chisora, I think it's going to be a repetition of victory for Tyson Fury.
For Tyson Fury.
Yes.
I have decided to come back to boxing because I can be the first heavyweight champion in history to have trilogies. One with Deontay Wilder and a second with Derek Chisora. I've always said I will fight Derek Chisora at the end of my career. So let's see if Tyson Fury will be able to pull this off. There is no fixed date yet, but rumors have it that this match is slated for the month of December. So let's see how that will go. December 2022, we will be likely to see this encounter. Not to forget that still in that same month of December, there is a possibility Floyd Money Mayweather and Mikuru Asakura might be in action for their own exhibition encounter. Today is the 11th day of July, and if I'm not mistaken, we are 9 days away from our long-awaited fight between Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua. The countdown is still on because we are definitely expecting to know how this encounter is going to go down. Moving over to tennis this morning, quickly, the Toronto Masters is still on, and yesterday we had a we had two shocking results yesterday. Carlos Alcaraz, the teenage sensation, lost. He lost his encounter yesterday. It wasn't really easy for him in his encounter. And we are also to tell you that Daniel Medvedev lost to Nick Kyrgios yesterday. Now, Oscar, is this surprising to you? Daniel Medvedev losing his encounter to Nick yesterday.
It's not really surprising.
Currently, world number one.
It's not surprising at all. Kyrgios has been riding a wave of form throughout this year. He's been going through opponents and he's still riding that form. And Medvedev himself, I think he's not played for quite a little while.
Yes, true.
So Kyrgios is just coming back from
the
victory.
City Open.
Yeah, coming back from victory gives you that morale, gives you that boost, that edge. So I think it wasn't really surprising to see him, beat him in the manner he did. So I wasn't surprised at all.
Okay, let us see how it will all go. Daniel Medvedev losing to Nick Kyrgios. If you ask me, I would say this was a real shocker. But another shocker that happened yesterday was Tommy Paul defeated the teenage sensation Carlos Alcaraz 6-7. He lost the first set, but he made sure he won the remaining two sets. He lost 6-7, but in the remaining two sets, he had 7-6, 6-3 to see that he was able to win that encounter.
That's the thing with tennis. You don't know where the kind of motivation somebody has coming into a tournament. So it's always best to keep an open mind when you're coming into a tournament. Even if you have a favorite, you expect all these little upsets coming in. So it was an upset. Even the Serena Williams.
Yes, we are still coming to that one as well.
Throughout yesterday was just upsets upon upsets. So it's the fun of the game. It's just why we love the game.
Well, let us see how it will all go. Daniel Medvedev yesterday was not in fantastic form because from the highlights that were played yesterday, Medvedev was not just because Nick Kyrgios was basically having fun. Whatever service Medvedev would throw at Kyrgios, it was just easy to return the service back, and definitely Kyrgios was able to come out victorious in that encounter. He won 6. He lost the first set 7-6, but won the remaining two sets 6-4, 6-2. Other games that were played yesterday, Daniel Evans was able to defeat Andrei Rublev 6-4, 6-4. Felix Aguirre Alisime was able to defeat Yoshito Nishoka 7-6, 6-4 in their own encounter. Casper Ruud defeated Alex Molukan 7-6, 6-3. As I said earlier, Tommy Paul defeated Carlos Alcaraz 6-7, 7-6, 6-3. Jannik Sinner defeated Adrian Marino 2-6, 6-4, 6-2. Daniel Medvedev lost to Nick Kyrgios 7-6, 6-4, 6-2 in their own encounter. Francis Tiafoe, he lost to Halo Tari Fritz in their own encounter 7-5, 6-1, 6-4. Cameron Norrie was able to cruise past Bostic Van de Schlupp 6-1, 6-2. And then the earlier game that played today, Jack Draper won Stefanos Tsitsipas, the Greek god, 7-5, 7-6. Now moving over to the Montreal WTA Premier for the women's category. It was not a fantastic one for Serena Williams yesterday, because following the fact that she came out to announce that she would soon be retiring from the sport of tennis very, very soon. She lost to Belinda Bencic in Toronto yesterday. She lost 6-2, 6-4 in that encounter. Quickly, Oscar, what would you take about her loss yesterday? Is it something you expected? Looking at, she's probably facing a decline in her career, coming out to announce retirement. What would you say?
Serena Williams has never been somebody to miss a serve. And yesterday she was missing serves. As in, she looked tired. She looked weak.
She was worn out in the game.
Yeah, she was super tired. I think she should call it quits at this point. She lost very, very badly.
She still wants to compete at the Cincinnati Open. She still wants to compete at the US Open as well before she calls it a quit.
I don't know if it's by what we saw yesterday. I don't think she's going to get anywhere near these hungry young lads that are coming up now. She looked wary throughout her fight yesterday.
Well, quickly, Benjamin, you are a big fan of Serena Williams, if I'm not mistaken. You are a very, very big fan of Serena Williams. Yesterday, she lost surprisingly in Toronto. What would you have to say about that loss?
Well, Muna, I'm not surprised. I told you yesterday that she has really passed her prime. She's not the Serena Williams that we all know 4 or 5 years ago. But you can't take anything away from her. She has won everything. In fact, throughout her career, her 27 years career, she started in 1995 as a young teenager, as a young sensation, together with her sister Venus Williams. Throughout her career, she won 23 Grand Slams. She won 73 single titles, 7 Australia Open titles, 3 French Open titles, 7 Wimbledon titles, 6 US Open titles, 23 double titles, 14 Grand Slam doubles, 4 Olympic gold medals. She spent 319 weeks as world number 1. And then among that 319 weeks, 196 was consecutively. So that was the joint record with Margaret Court. And then she was the second best all-time tennis player with 23 Grand Slam, one shy of Margaret Court's record of 24. I think that was what she was looking at. She was fighting to break.
She's still trying to fight it because she wants to see herself make sure she participates. But
currently she has called it quit. So there is no way she can come back. I said
she has called it quit, but she's still going to participate at the Cincinnati Open that is coming up very soon. And she will still participate at the US Open. She will call it a quit after the US Open. That is when she would formalize everything.
All right, but Muna, but I would say, just like Oscar has rightly said, Serena Williams was not. I watched the game again, the one she lost. It was really not the Serena Williams we all knew. She was missing serves. In fact, her return serves were so poor. Her smash were so poor. Her swerve, everything about her were just so poor. That shows that she's no longer that quality player we all know. But if I had to be her currently, I would just like, okay, US Open, let me just give my last shot. If the record is broken, fine and good. If not, then let me just go there and enjoy myself. Not going there to prove anything, because I don't think that she has any other thing to prove to her fans, or any other thing to prove to the tennis world or tennis footballing community, or tennis community rather. So let her just go there and enjoy herself. She doesn't have anything to prove, but for everything she has been to tennis, I want the record to be shattered or perhaps to be broken.
Well, no problem. Let us see how they go. Another upset happened yesterday. Wimbledon champion Elena Rabinka for the women's category lost to Coco Gauff yesterday. 6-4, 6-7, 7-6 in her own encounter. Now, can we say that Coco Gauff is Serena Williams' heir to her throne? Is it possible, Oscar?
Yeah, I think the thing with Coco Gauff, she's been inconsistent.
Yes,
if
true.
She picks up with her consistency. She's a good lawn tennis player. I've watched some of her, matches, and she's good, but she's a little bit too inconsistent. So I think if she works on that, if she gets consistent,
she's just 19 years old or 18 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
She turned 19. So I think if she can work on her consistency, she can get to the top, definitely. She has the strength. Her serves are good. Her backstrokes are wonderful. So I think she's a good one for the future, really.
Well, quickly, Benjamin, Coco Gauff, do you see her as the next Serena Williams?
Well, obviously, I'm going to see Muna. I don't see her as the next Serena Williams, rather. If you had to pick any young teenager currently that can fill in the shoes of Serena Williams, yes, I'll go for Naomi Osaka. Naomi Osaka has proven that she has everything she is in her to fill in that that big boot of Serena Williams.
Quickly to tell you about Naomi Osaka this morning. She pulled out of Toronto Masters due to she had a slight spin during the course of her encounter. She was even crying in that very encounter. Naomi Osaka has had it back and forth with injury, and coupled with the fact that recently she was able to still be a nursing mother at one point, and all the other problems that are happening with her. Do you really feel that Naomi Osaka should be this person, or we should be looking at someone way much younger, probably like a Maradukanu, like Coco Gauff, and other possible youngsters who are trying to make a name for themselves in the game of tennis?
I still feel it's going to be Naomi Osaka, because if I should remember, Serena Williams did not start great.
Definitely.
Did not start great. When she started in 1995, she lost her first few months. She started to gain limelight. That was in 1999. That was 4 years after she made her debut in tennis. So it's not going to be the fact that Naomi Osaka is having a back and forth. She's not having a great season currently. Does not mean that she will not fill in that gap, because I've watched her play. I've watched her perform in tennis. For that, she was able to defeat Serena Williams. That was in Wimbledon. That was last year. That shows that she really has what he got. She really has everything in her to fill in that boot.
So let's see how it is going to go now. Let us see how it will go. You say that you want to see Naomi Osaka take over from where Serena Williams was able to stop. But I'm seeing Cory Kokogov being the next big shot in the game of lawn tennis. Other encounters that were played yesterday were all able to see world number 1 Iga Swiatek defeat Ajla Tomljanovic 6-1, 6-2. It was an easy victory for Iga Swiatek. Simona Halep was able to win her encounter against Xue Zhang 6-4, 6-2. And surprisingly yesterday, Onas Jabeur, she lost her encounter to Qin Zheng as she withdrew due to abdominal pain in that encounter. So everyone is beginning to feel the workload of going from one game to another, from one tournament to another, and it is beginning to tell on your body. And if you are not strong enough, you will not be able to compete. Now, quickly, today we are going to see Arya Sabalenka take on Cory Kokogov. Simona Halep will take on Gio Billion, and Iga Swiatek is going to take on Beatriz Haddad-Maia in her own encounter. Tommy Paul will take on Marie Kilic. Cameron Norrie will take on Felix Aguirre. Ali Simet, Daniel Evans will take on Harry Tarifi and Taylor Fritz. We are going to see Kyrgios have it easy against Alex de Minaur, if you ask me. Casper Ruud will take on Roberto Batista, and Alberto Ramos Vinolas will take on Herbert Hokoras. Now, still talking about tennis quickly this morning, I have to tell you that Rafael Nadal has committed to playing at the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati next week. So we are going to see Rafael Nadal make a return back to the court, as saying that, yes, this is my way of preparing for the very, very US Open, which is to come up on the 29th of August. And I'll tell you as well that Serena Williams has committed to playing at the Western and Southern Open in Cincinnati next week, as well as the US Open, which will be later this one, and it will be her last final tournament before she calls it a shot at the game of lawn tennis. So that is how it is going to end in the game of lawn tennis morning. Quickly, we'll be moving over to the 2022 Commonwealth Games that was just recently ended in Birmingham City. And I have to tell you that the first batch of Team Nigeria athletes have already arrived in Nigeria, and they were welcomed very well by the federal government on their return from a successful outing. They were received at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport yesterday by the Minister for Youth and Sports Development, Mr. Sunday Dare. So they were able to receive themselves well. The athletes were congratulated very well. But surprisingly, yesterday, there was no Esebrume and Tobiloba Amusa, as both these ladies, they headed back to the United States of America to make sure that, because that is their base, they make sure that they will prepare for the prestigious Diamond League. So these women are not just stopping at anything. After the Birmingham Games, you're already heading back to your base in US to prepare for the Diamond League.
Well, Muna, good one from the federal government, and good one is welcoming the athletes back to Nigeria and giving them a grand reception. They really deserve it after everything that they did for us at Birmingham. It was really a good performance, Muna, if you must ask me.
Definitely.
Winning 35 medals was not an easy feat.
And there were reports that Favor Ofili wanted to pull out due to she was having COVID-19 issues trying to enter US and all that. She was emotionally down, but her coach had to make sure he talked to her, because it was funny enough, it was her silver medal that actually added to her medal haul at Birmingham.
Certainly, Muna, certainly. And if I must add, Ghana contingent, I mentioned it yesterday, they went with 107 athletes. They were only able to amass 5 medals, but Nigeria just went 87 athletes, and they were able to come up with 35 medals. That was so amazing. The first in Africa, the 7th in the world ranking. That was really amazing. So they deserve everything that they are having at the moment. Every glory, every praise, every glory that is being accorded to them. They deserve everything. And I think that it's going to be a boost for younger athletes. It's going to be a boost for them going to future tournaments. And good one for Tobi Amusan and Esebrume. Good one for them in their preparation for the Diamond League. I want to see them perform well. I want to see them represent Nigeria. I want to see them fly the nation's flag up more. And I think I have that feeling that's what they will do at the Diamond League.
We surely know that they will do it, because these ladies have started on a very good front and they are not stopping anytime soon. Now, leaving the whole world of the 2022 Commonwealth Games and everything that has happened with it, we are now coming down to the Confederation of African Football, the Confederations Cup competition, because Kwara United and Remo Stars will be participating now. There is good news from Kwara State this morning, as I have to tell you that the Kwara Stadium complex in Ilori will soon wear a new look ahead of the 2022-2023 CAF Confederation Cup competition, as the state FA chairman Idris Musa has already come out to say that they will be changing the stadium due to the fact that they were able to qualify for the Confederation Cup. This is just the preliminary stage, if you ask me. But what good does this tell? Because if you ask me, they said that the project is going to commence on the 15th of August. But why would you just prepare your stadium because you are going for a prestigious African competition? Why not approve your stadium due to the fact that you are in the MPFL? You're trying to sell yourself, sell the name of your team far and wide.
Well, Muna, you just gave a very good point, because I don't see the reason why you should only prepare for international competitions, for the continental competitions. It does not really make brain. It does not really make sense, because I believe as a footballing team, as a team, and that is a professional football team, you need to prepare everything. You need to be very good in terms of equipment. Your fees should be standard. Everything, your players' salaries, everything should be well done. See, Muna, I don't know why this should be a recurrent issue in Nigeria. Going to our football field, you see that everything waterlogged, everything. We don't have quality field. Okay, now my question is: after this tournament, and Kwara United does not qualify for next competition, what will happen to the field?
As far as it has already been developed, they will use it and enter the MPFL.
If they don't qualify for the next five editions,
it is already there, so they will continue to use it for the MPFL.
I know. Muna, we have one thing about Nigerian leagues is that they have poor maintenance culture.
True, good and fine.
If they innovate currently, in the next 5 years, Muna, I must tell you that the field will be an eyesore.
Because we have poor management for capacity.
It's not even poor management, it's about poor maintenance. We don't know how to maintain. We don't know how to maintain our infrastructure. Everything we don't have to maintain it. So I believe that this should not be the going for continental competition should not be the only reason you should innovate your
definitely
field. It is not
because
really,
that is the point I am coming. That is the angle I'm coming from this one, because you trying to renovate yourself just because of the fact that you are representing our very own tier country, Nigeria, at the continental level. Is it what it should be?
Muna, this brings me back to England. England, even if you go to the third tier of the English Premier League, the Conference League, the League One, you see very good fields, standard fields. These are people who are club side who cannot even dream of going for the Champions League. They can't even dream of going for the Europa or the what they call it.
But they have good and standard field. Good management.
Not even good field. Everything is good about them. But now an PFL team just innovating their stadium just because of continental football. Come on, this is embarrassing to say the least.
It is embarrassing.
Yes.
Definitely. Let us see how we go, because Kwara United, as it stands now, the project is going to begin on the 15th of August, according to their state FA chairman in the name of Idris Musa. He has come out to say that the Kwara Stadium complex will wear a new look ahead of the 2022-2023 CAF Confederation.
Muna, another angle I want to bring out is, you say you want to innovate. What is the quality of the innovation you want to give?
That is that we've not been able to get that.
You having your match, you having your picture in September, and you are innovating in August. Just within 1 month. Then what's the magic you will do to ensure quality? I think it's just going to be just a patch. And see, Muna, I don't want to talk about it because it makes me get angry.
Well, let's see how it is going to go for Kwara United and their very own state FA, knowing that they want to put up a great show. Let us hope their team will put up a great show indeed. Now, still talking about everything that has to do with Africa in terms of football. The Women's FIFA Under-20 World Cup has already begun. It began yesterday, as we said, and our very own Falconets will be in action. But before we talk about Falconets this morning, I'm to tell you that the host Costa Rica were in action yesterday. They lost 3-1 to Australia. Brazil and Spain played out a goalless encounter in Group A of their very own. I have to tell you that in Group B, we were able to see Germany and Colombia. Colombia were able to defeat Germany to secure top of Group B by winning the encounter by a lone goal to nil. And Mexico and New Zealand played out a 1-1 draw to share the points in their very own encounter. Now today, Group C will be in action. Our very own Falconets will be in action. They will be taking on France by 12 midnight today. That is in the late hours of Thursday entering Friday. So we should say that encounter will be on a Friday morning. And looking at the fact that the head coach, Christopher Danjuma, has come out to say that he has faith in his girls, that they are going to deliver and they will make Nigerians proud. They will take on France today by 12 midnight. After that, their next encounter will be on the 14th against Korea and Canada on the 18th of August. What are we to expect from the Falconets in today's encounter against France? Quickly, Benjamin.
Well, Muna, I expect nothing less than the best from them. Remember that this is the second grade footballing tournament for the women's league.
Definitely.
For the women's
competition.
Angle,
Yes.
Then Muna, I must tell you this: Nigerians always have it good when it comes to under 20 tournaments.
Even if we've not been able to lift the silver,
we have made it to the final twice.
We've not been able
to the semi-final once. So it's gonna be. I'm not even afraid of France. Remember, look at Germany. Ordinarily, Germany, if it would be their national team, Colombia could not have defeated Germany in the national team. But look at it in the under 20. So under 20 team is not that. It's not that competition where you fear the high and mighty, you fear top footballing nations. This is going to be a good one for Nigeria. But my problem is, what is the level of preparation? Because going to the tournament, Nigerian Falconets did not play enough friendly. Are they in the right shape? Are they in the right frame of mind to go there and perform wonders? I feel
that should not be your question at this point. What we should be focusing right now is that they will be able to give out the good result. What do you think about this, Oscar?
I've not heard of under 20 team and 17 teams playing friendly. So you play together, you train together, and then you go there, you try to give your best. And then I hope they are not going in there with the mentality that this is under 20 and we cannot fear them.
We cannot fear any counter.
You cannot compare their preparations with your own. So I think they should be cautious of the opponents. Yeah, you have that at the back of your mind, and then you're going there, and then you have a belief in your own abilities. Because, like he said, we've always done good when it comes to age. Under 20,
yes, under 20, under 17, and everything.
Both the male and female category. So we've always been doing well in those competitions. So I think they should, take a cue from what we have done in the past, have a belief in themselves and their quality, and then go out there to play their own football, not minding whatever opposition they face.
So we pray and hope that they will be able to do it against the mighty France, because that game will be by 12 p.m. tonight. So we'll be knowing what our very own Falconets will be able to do. Christopher Danjuma will be looking to see that his girls will be able to do him proud in that encounter. Switching over to the European scene this morning, gentlemen, yesterday the UEFA Super Cup went down. Real Madrid took on Eintracht Frankfurt in an encounter that many would have said that they would have not seen any upset in that encounter, and eventually there was no upset. Eintracht Frankfurt started on the front foot, trying to see what they could be able to salvage from the encounter. They were the first team to have the first shot on goal, because they were looking to see Kamadu was looking to see what he could be able to salvage against Thibaut Courtois, but he stood his ground, he saved that ball, and Real Madrid began to enter into the game. They won the encounter 2-0. David Alaba in action, he got the first goal. Second goal was from the talisman, Karim Benzema. Quickly, Oscar, what do you have to say about Real Madrid's performance against Eintracht Frankfurt?
I was here all through the night watching the match. And the first 15-20 minutes was like, I felt the upsets coming, really, because
Frankfurt were pushing.
They were finding spaces behind Real Madrid. The defense, there were so many spaces. If not for Thibaut Courtois, they would have gone 1 or 2-0.
1 or 2-0 down, yes.
In that first 20 minutes. But then that's the quality Real Madrid possessed. So as the game went on, they grew into the game. They settled in well, and once they got that goal, I was like, yeah,
this is the beginning. The route has started.
Yeah, they can't come back from that. But kudos to Frankfurt. They came and showed themselves that they're a good footballing team, and but at the end of the day, the quality told. The only thing I was surprised about yesterday is that I don't know if I'm going to say this year, but it's unrelated to what we're discussing. But Antonio Rudiger leaving Chelsea
and becoming a substitute at Real Madrid.
Not just sometimes he plays.
Because I saw that point.
I don't get it. You leave a team where you're a guaranteed starter to a team where
you're now a
bench.
second
Because
fiddle.
from what I saw yesterday, he's not going to bench Militao. Militao played fantastically.
He
yesterday.
was the commanding force in the defense,
and he obviously cannot replace Alaba, except
which is very true. Unless Mendy will go to the bench and Alaba will start as a left back.
You move Alaba into the midfield, which is already choked up there. So I don't see him playing much as he did with Chelsea. So I don't know.
Well, quickly, Benjamin, your thoughts on the game yesterday, UEFA Super Cup.
Well, Muna, I was able to watch to see the match, and I think that Madrid were not so impressive yesterday. Just like Oscar rightly said, they really didn't start well in the first 30 minutes. In fact, to the first half of the game, save the goal that Alaba scored. Madrid were not really fantastic in the first match. In the first half, rather, I gave the first half was all about Frankfurt. Frankfurt, even not for the empty balls, Courtois. Madrid could have been 2 goals down in that first half.
Team would have punished them in that
yes. I think they were just lucky enough.
Let's talk about the midfield trio. They started the veteran. They started the same set of persons that won Liverpool in the UEFA Champions League final.
I told you.
What do you have to say about that midfield?
Forget about all the signings they've made. They are for the future. This trio of midfields are going to continue playing as long as they are fit, except they get injured. You can't have somebody like Modric in your team and then bench him for Tchouaméni or Camavinga. It doesn't happen. I don't see it happening. Or Casemiro, you have Casemiro feet, or you have Toni Kroos feet, and you're playing Tchouaméni or Camavinga. So they should make do with the bench for now until this trio finishes whatever they have.
I think so what counted for Real Madrid yesterday was just experience, nothing more. They didn't really play well. They were not so fantastic. And I love the combination between Vinicius Junior and Benzema. Those two are going to be deadly in terms of Champions League this season. And I would love to see that Karim Benzema has shown that he still has what it takes, all it takes to be that leading goal scorer for Real Madrid.
He was able to break a record yesterday. Now he's currently on 325 goals. He has broken Raul's record yesterday already. Now all the record is aiming for is Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's going to be difficult.
Can he do that before he calls it a
No, I don't see it. Ronaldo has 450 goals and Karim Benzema just 324. He needs close more than 100 goals to beat that record. So, and how many seasons is he going to play? Just about. I think Karim just have about 3 seasons left for 2 or 3 seasons.
He also have up to 2 or 3 seasons. Just had Madrid signed Mbappe, then the seasons would have even lowered much more. So I think Madrid is going to get somebody that start understudying him immediately by next season, possibly replace him as soon as possible. So I don't see him breaking that record anytime soon. And we know that recently, we will definitely see this season. He will start declining this season. It's going to.
But quickly, another question I would like to ask: Eden Hazard was not in action yesterday. He wasn't brought in upon the whole talks about playing the false 9 formation in this coming season.
Why will you play a false 9 position when you have one of the best strikers in world football? It wouldn't make sense at all. So it's sad for what is currently happening to Eden Hazard in Real Madrid. I don't know where it all went wrong for him. He was a fantastic player. Everybody knew that prior to his move to Real Madrid. We don't know why he has not clicked yet in Madrid. And if you ask me, I think he should probably be thinking about leaving. Seriously, because he's not getting the game time, and with the partnership the bond that has been formed with
Vinicius and Benzema,
no coach will want to break that bond, except he will make do with the Copa del Rey and
other minor trophies.
Real Madrid has given Hazard all the opportunity, all the chances to prove himself, and I think Hazard has not given him that shot that we all know him when he was at Chelsea. And a sad one for Hazard and Rudiger, just like Oscar rightly said. Rudiger leaving Chelsea to come to Madrid and becoming a substitute was really a sad one for me. I think Hazard and Rudiger should be thinking about to leave that club. Perhaps more, especially for Hazard. Rudiger might still have opportunity because you still have the Copa del Rey, we still have other competitions in the Premier League. You still have, but for Hazard, I don't know what went wrong. And remember, this is a World Cup year. Hazard will be the number 1 player when it comes for the Belgian national team. So I don't know how Belgium are going to prove and perform well without Hazard clicking.
And he's the keeper of the team.
The coach definitely cannot count on a player if he doesn't play enough matches in the season. So I think he should be considering, other alternatives for him, because I think what went wrong with Real Madrid is at Chelsea he was the focal point. Everybody was looking to give him the ball.
Yes.
So, but in Madrid we have superstars.
There is no focal point in Real
So nobody
Madrid.
is always giving Hazard the ball and making runs for him. Taking players away from him so that he have that space.
Well, Oscar, if Hazard is interested, Man U is open for him.
Oh, quickly, talking about Manchester United, we'll be entering transfer news, and I have to tell you that.
Like Di Maria.
Quickly, we'll enter transfer news this morning, and what do we have on transfers? Chelsea now, there's every possibility Chelsea might be signing Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Frankie de Jong in the coming hours of today and tomorrow, because as it stands now, Barcelona are seriously, and we will say they've been in financial crisis ever since, but now it is beginning to be desperate times for Barcelona.
If I were to be petty, I would have said nobody should sign De Jong and Aubameyang, so that these people will release all the signings
they've signed already.
I'm serious, because I said it at the beginning. How can you be signing players? You kept signing players where the people in even the people you renewed their contracts, you've not been able to register them. And you're signing new players. And those players are not even thinking. And they are joining. Okay, now, if they were to release somebody like Christensen, what does he do? Yesterday, he changed his profile from Barcelona, where he was wearing a Barcelona jersey, to where he's wearing a Chelsea jersey with the Champions League, when we won the Champions League. That's what
because there were reports that Christensen and Kessie might not play for Barcelona.
Currently now, they are the two people they got for free. Yes. So if they have any chance to register anybody, they want to register the people they spent money
which is Lewandowski and Kounde.
So you'll be left behind. So if they release Christensen, now what does he do? He runs back to
Chelsea.
and
as of now, Chelsea have defensive reinforcements.
If Chelsea are being petty, I think they tell him we're not interested. Go and find yourself.
So it's just there for Chelsea to see if they will sign Aubameyang and De Jong today, because Tuchel wants to secure the signing.
Well, I think it's a good one for Chelsea, and for Aubameyang going to Chelsea.
But you remember that the number 9 shirt has a cost.
I believe he will break the jeans.
He doesn't even wear number 9. He wears 11, and Timo Werner has left, so the number 11 is vacant.
Okay.
But I think Chelsea is not that team that can play a false 9. I think they are always just the team that always must have a standard 9. We saw it from the likes of Drogba, Diego Costa, Morata, Lukaku, and even the likes of Timo Werner. Chelsea must always have a number 9 position player. So I'm going to Chelsea. He's a player I like. He knows how to position himself. He can use the head. He can use the leg. He's very good in all round. So it's going to be a good one for him.
I understand the Aubameyang deal, but I don't understand the Frankie de Jong deal. It's way too expensive. we have a lot of bodies in midfield already. And I think the reason he's not going to Manchester United is for the Champions League football. But yes. I think he would do better in Manchester United team.
Other than Chelsea.
Honestly, I don't understand the deal.
Well, Muna, I just want to ask Oscar, seriously, Frankie de Jong, I don't see him as that exceptional player who can perform wonders. I don't understand the hype around him.
I don't see him like that too.
I don't understand the hype around him.
He's just a little. I don't even think he's that above Jorginho. I'm telling you.
Are you being serious?
Because Jorginho will get you those. If you have a penalty, then you count it as goal.
True, definitely.
When Jorginho is there, they play the same kind of. Last season, De Jong only had 3 goals and 3 assists or 4 assists. That's no creativity for me. There's no creativity there.
If I had to even rank, I'll rank De Jong with Eriksen, not even Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is way above him, so I don't understand the hype. And what's about Frankie de Jong is this kind of player that I feel is quite arrogant. He's quite arrogant. He has arrogance in him. So I don't understand. Let him just relax and enjoy his playing time at Barcelona.
Well, let's see how we go for Frankie de Jong, because if you ask me, de Jong is this kind of player that you might not notice what he's doing in the team until you remove him from the team. Because that is how it is.
If Juventus we are to come and sign Jorginho, I will welcome De Jong.
Let us see how we go.
Your last statement, you said De Jong is a player that you may not notice his quality, but once you remove him,
yes, you will notice his quality.
Barcelona has always removed him. Have they felt it?
And they've always felt
it.
They've always felt it.
I don't think so.
They've always felt it, because I'm not sure you watch Barcelona.
I don't think so.
They're still talking about transfer news this morning. Willian is considering a switch to Fulham, and that move will soon be imminent as it stands now, because he wants to leave Corinthians and return back to Europe. Alexis Sanchez has already been announced as a Marseille player. He has signed with the League One club already. Chelsea would improve their offer for Wesley Fofana to £80 million. I'll tell you that Memphis Depay is edging closer to joining Juventus as a start. Now, Chicharito has offered to play for Manchester United for free. If you are my age and United comes to say yes, would you say yes? Yes, I would play for free. Those are the words of Chicharito, an ex-player of Manchester United. Emmanuel Dennis might return to the Premier League and play for Nottingham Forest. Philip Kostic did not play for Eintracht Frankfurt last night in their UEFA Super Cup, as he has already signed for Juventus and his medicals would be done today. Tuchel is wanting to convince Aubameyang to join him at Chelsea. Aston Villa want to sign Raúl de Thomas from Espanyol as they want to. They want to be able to solve their striking problem and see who will partner with their very own star player of Oli Watkins, who is their current nine at the moment. Manchester United have put a sign about Marco Arnautovic and also Alvaro Morata because they are still looking for a new target. Man City very soon are considering signing Rafael Guerrero, Borussia Dortmund, and they will soon announce the signing of Gomez from Anderlecht as they start close to signing Gomez from Anderlecht as it stands now. I'm to tell you that Newcastle are the new suitors to sign Benfica's forward in the name of Gonzalo Ramos, as Benfica will accept nothing less than 30 million euros for their striker. Brentford have completed the signing of Mikkel Damsgaard from Sampdoria. He is the sixth Danish player to play. He is the sixth, the close sixth first team Danish player that will replace Christian Eriksen. At this one, he was able to cost them 16.7 million pounds. And lastly, I'm to tell you that Fulham have signed Issa Diop from West Ham for a fee of 15 million pounds. 08151017777 or 09071121017. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. I can hear you.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, you're welcome.
Let's go back to our home. What are the guys about our country and our culture? You might not realize it. All these things are being done. That's why I always said that there are no problem. Very soon now you hear the millions they will send or for what or nothing to find. This thing is just go and get that income and your mind. Why they have invested in people? Maintaining everything that is good so that they can have better understanding of their if the guys want to go and play now, want to water the guys, then start or 40 days, 40 days. Our government should start realizing that maintenance and being diligent in their work of matters. Even when players go to their stadium and practice or play, they know their emotion, and the sentiment will be there. Not all these Jankara matches and all. Every time you hear them, they show the world that they want to Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very, very much for your contribution this morning. 0815-1017-777 or 0907-112-1017. Good morning, Mona, Oscar, and Benjamin. Tyson Fury's proposed match with Chisera is a mismatch, and with elite much action, the only fight left for Fury is to confront the winner of Joshua and Usyk title fight. This will serve as a unification bout for the world heavyweight title. I wish the Falconers victory in their match with France today in the under-20 Women's Female World Cup in Costa Rica. Congrats to Real Madrid for winning the Super Cup. Chelsea still needs 2 defenders and a striker to be formidable. De Jong and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang are welcome to Chelsea. Unwosu Ensidawa from Aaron Dizogo. Thank you very much for your text message this morning. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello.
Good morning to you. I can hear you. Oh, sorry about that. 0815101777 or 0907112117. Hello, Muna. My name is Chukodibe from Akokwa. You did not complete your text message this morning. Please make sure that you send a text message back. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning to you, my brother. Good morning. I can hear you. I can hear you. Or make sure that you call back 0815101777 or 0907112117 before we call the wrap up on the show this morning. Hello, good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Quickly turn on the volume of your radio set.
Hello.
I can hear you. Well, quickly, gentlemen, what do you have for us on the show as your last words this morning?
All I have to say is I wish the Falconets all the best of luck in the Under-20 World Cup starting tomorrow morning. Right?
Definitely tomorrow morning by 12 midnight.
Yeah, I hope they put in their best and hopefully get a medal out of that tournament. It will be a plus to us as a nation. We've been winning all through, and it's still in August.
Definitely,
Women's Month.
Definitely,
the women have been doing us proud, and I hope they continue in the same thing.
Quickly, Benjamin, your last words this morning.
Well, I'm gonna go with the last caller, the last caller on this show today, where he said that the government needs to stop pretending or to stop making our football to be of low quality. He mentioned the fact that this rebuilding now of the Choir Stadium might cost billions of naira, and after everything, just a poor quality work will be done. Muna, we need to improve our league. The English Premier League did not start today from being the most populous league. It did not start today from being that league that we all love today. They started from somewhere. So until we go back to the drawing board and ensure that our league is the best. Is the best. It is very appealing to us as a nation. I don't see us becoming that competition that we want to see in the next 10 years. So, and then for the Falconers, I believe that they're going to emerge victorious today, and I want to see them go all the way to the final, at least win the trophy for the first time.
But first of all, let us first trash France tonight. Let us see how that encounter will go. Gentlemen, it was fun doing this with you this morning on a Thursday. Very, very cool Thursday morning. Tomorrow will be Friday. We'll be hoping to make sure that we bring you good news from the camp of the Falconers. But for me, who is Mona, your host, on behalf of Oscar and Benjamin this morning, I will be saying bye-bye for now, but I'll be leaving you in the hands of Stand Up for the Champions, because we are sure that we are going to win against France tonight. By the way, Mona, your host, I will definitely be signing out.
To be the best, number one,
How do you feel this thing?
actually listened to this program before.
Mona.
You have radio performance.
Oscar.
I'm going to You don't smoke. I wonder what will happen
9
when you
o'clock.
start smoking.
10. Give me 4. Where is the phone?
What's your phone there? You're wrong.